It is the 18th of December, and today I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about today, and that is how important it is for us as people living in this fast world to have patience in order to thrive and even in order to survive. So why I say that we need patience to survive and thrive in this world is because we are used to everything happening so quickly and so fast, and we are also privy to a lot more information than we were previously. When I was younger, I did not know what kind of lifestyles my friends lived except for the lifestyle they showcased to me and what was evident to me when I met them. But now I know exactly what my friends are doing, where they're going, what they're eating, without even talking to them, without even being in touch with them, without even living in the same city as them. So we are used to everything happening so quickly, and we are also used to seeing everything around us very clearly, and that makes it very hard for us to wait for things in life to happen. And I'm talking about this today because recently I've had a lot of conversations with people, and I've also seen online a lot where people have talked about this, where they have waited for so long for something to happen in their life, and because they are constantly seeing the same thing happening in other people's lives, they are feeling disappointed, they are feeling as if they are not good enough, they are feeling as if they don't deserve it, and they're losing hope, and they are feeling as if they just want to give up on life and nothing else matters to them. And these conversations that I've had with people makes me feel so helpless sometimes, because it is true that if we are trying to distract our mind from something, if we are trying to not keep thinking about something that we want to happen, and then the same thing keeps happening to people around us, it is hard to see that. And as we look at social media, that's what's happening. But that's where the skill of being patient comes in, and that's what I want to share with you today. And so I was thinking about how can we change our mindset about waiting, and how can we incorporate patience into our lives. And I came up with 3 things, and I always come up with 3 things because 3 is kind of like the magic number for me, like 3 reasons to do this or 3 tips for this, and I always come up with 3 things somehow. Today again, I came up with 3 things in my mind, and I wrote it down as I was thinking about it throughout the day. And the first thing that I think is very important in order to build patience in ourselves is to realize that good things do come to those who wait. And if you listen to the stories of many people who have waited for things in life, or worked hard at whatever it is that they were doing and just waited for success to come naturally, not actually going after success, you will hear that all they say is you just work hard at what you do, enjoy what you do, and everything else will follow. Everything else that you consider good will follow. But it is not our striving to go after the good, it is our striving to go after the hard work and the focus and the energy and the enjoying of the process. Because if you focus on the end, it's gonna be a very long journey. And so this is what everybody who has tasted success, everybody who has waited for anything in their life to happen says, that enjoy the journey because good things do come to those who wait. This understanding, this basic acceptance of the fact that the journey also matters, that it's not always the destination that matters, is the basis of us telling ourselves that we need to be more patient. Because unless we believe it, truly believe it, it is going to be really hard for us to wait, and we will believe that nothing's going to happen, and we will believe the world when people say, how long have you been waiting for this one thing? Are you sure this is something that you want to do? And that understanding, that strong belief is very important for us to make sure that we realize what matters the most. What matters the most is not the end but the journey. And when we focus on the journey, good things will come, because I don't think I've heard any stories of people saying that I waited for this to happen and now I regret it. Because waiting is not a passive thing, it's an active thing. You don't wait. I'm not talking about waiting and waiting for things to happen while you just sit and do nothing. That's not really waiting. Waiting is actually an active thing. You are doing something or focusing on something or giving your energy into something while you wait. You have to keep running while you wait. You can't stop running and expect things to happen to you, because when you expect things to happen without putting in the effort, it doesn't happen. You have to do your part and wait in the meantime. So I don't think anybody has ever waited while doing what they love doing, or while putting in the hard work, while putting in the energy, and then said that I regret having waited. Because in one way or the other, whatever they wanted came true. They got what they wanted out of that journey, and it might not have been the same thing that they required, but it was something that mattered to them and that satisfied their soul. Now, my second point about patience is derived from this first point, that everybody has a different path and no two paths are the same. My life is going to be different from your life. What I want for my life is going to be different from your life. And sometimes what I want for my life doesn't happen, but whatever happens in my life was meant to be in my life. So don't get confused by what I just said. It basically means that everybody is unique, everybody's path is different, and having that patience to know that I am at this stage in my life. It doesn't matter if there are other people who are not on this stage in life and have moved on to other stages in life, because for me, I'm meant to be in this stage for longer. I'm meant to focus on this part of my life, or this phase of my life. We think there is a time for everything. There's a time to study and get a degree, there's a time to get married, there's a time to have children, there's a time to buy a house, there's a time to buy a car. There's so many fixed times or time frames that people believe to be true. So everybody thinks that there is a time for everything, and when that time comes and you are in a different stage of your life and not in the stage of life that people expect you to be in, it is very easy to doubt yourself. It is very easy to question yourself or question your life, and I have again many people who do that, and I feel very bad and I feel very helpless sometimes, because I cannot do anything or say anything to make them feel better, because everybody seems to be saying the same thing. And so I can't blame them when they're feeling bad, because everybody's asking them the same questions. Everybody's asking them when they're gonna get settled down, or when they're gonna get married, or when they're gonna have kids. And it's just so inbuilt into our society that when the stage comes, they have to ask those questions, that I can't even blame them sometimes. So I think what is more important, because we can't control others, is to control ourselves and our reactions, and knowing in our minds that our path is going to be different from even somebody who's a twin is so essential, because otherwise every time somebody says something, I am going to doubt myself, or I am going to doubt whether I'm doing the right thing. I think people's questions hurt a lot more when you yourself have been thinking the same thing internally, and when they question it, it becomes more real and you start thinking about it more often and more seriously. And so I think those self-doubts, those self-deprecating thoughts have to be killed inside you, because otherwise, no matter what you keep on telling yourself externally, when somebody even raises a question about something, you will feel doubt. You will feel as if you are disappointed in yourself and that you haven't done enough to reach that stage in your life. So know that there is no right time for anything. You can be 90 years old and getting a degree, and you can be 20 years old and having kids. Doesn't matter. It is your life, and as long as you are sure about your path, live it. We forget about what's now. We forget about enjoying ourselves. And we know this because if you look back at your childhood, all of us have said this, that when I was younger I wanted to become an adult and now I regret it because being a child was so much better. And that is so true, because when we were kids we didn't appreciate being kids. We were like, I want to grow up, I want to be able to do this, I want to be able to do that. And now when we are able to do all these things, we're like, I wish I was a kid again. I have no responsibilities. So enjoy the moment, enjoy your own path. Do not set expectations for yourself that you can't control. Set expectations that you can control. Don't set expectations that you can't control. You can control how much work you put into it. You can control saying yes to opportunities, but you can't control the opportunities themselves. That differentiation in our mind is so essential, that my path can be completely different from yours, and that's okay. And that plays a very important part in teaching ourselves to be patient, because we then don't look at social media or hear people telling us about their lives and immediately feel a prick of jealousy. Because if we do, that means we are wanting their lives, but why would you want somebody else's life? What about your life? And so that's very important in developing that skill of patience and waiting, because as I said before, good things do come to those who wait, and sometimes those good things might not be the good things that you imagined previously. It might be something completely different than what you had expected, but it is still the best for you. And understanding that and accepting that is very important in order for you to be patient when it comes to things, because otherwise, as I said in the beginning of this video, you will drive yourself completely crazy and you will not enjoy your life as it is right now. Now, third thing that you can do to develop patience is to focus on whatever it is you're doing right now. I've already said this before. Focus on the journey, focus on your moment right now, focus on your life right now, and don't keep thinking about what's in the future, because what's in the future will come in the future. You need to enjoy the life you have right now. And that's a very important thing to do when you feel that you're running out of patience, because there will be times when you feel you're running out of patience. There will be times when you feel that you put in a lot of work and you aren't getting anything in return. There will be times where you desire something so much from the bottom of your heart and that thing is eluding you, that's not coming into your life. And that's when you wonder whether you even need to dream about something, whether it is good to have dreams. And I'm not saying it's bad to have dreams, it's good to have dreams, but focusing only on the dream, focusing only on the end is not going to help you enjoy your journey. Focusing on what you have right now is going to take your mind off of the future. It's going to take your mind off of other people. It's going to take your mind off of what other people are doing. It's going to help you become better at what you're doing right now. And so look around you. Sometimes we're looking so far ahead that we forget to focus on what's around us. I realized that when I forget about the future, when I forget about what's going to happen, when I stop worrying about what's going to happen, I look around me and I find so many meaningful things to do that once I start doing them, I completely forget about what I was worrying about in the first place. So if you have been looking at the future for way too long, close your eyes, open it again, and just look around you, because I bet you will find something of meaning or something of value around you. You will find people around you who love you. You will find opportunities around you that you should have taken, but you were too busy looking at something that you had in your mind. Maybe it was a childhood dream, or maybe it's a desire that was born out of certain circumstances. But when you focus too much on things that are right now not with you, you forget about what you have right now, and having that gratitude for what you have right now is something that makes you forget about everything else. If I am thankful for who I am right now, if I am thankful for what I have right now, the opportunities, the job, the place I'm living in, the city I'm living in, the people around me, I don't worry about what I don't have. When you focus on what you have, why would you think about what you don't have? And that's so helpful when you want to develop patience, because when you stop thinking about the thing that you're waiting for, it becomes easier to wait. So the main thing, to summarize everything that I was talking about, is that we need to change our mindset in order for us to make patience a part of our life, an integral part of our life. Because if we don't have patience, we will make ourselves go mad, we will worry ourselves, we will just keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and won't have mind space to be able to even function in this world. So we need to change our mindset. We need to start thinking about how we are thinking and correct that in order for us to have patience in our life, because waiting is worth it. I think patience is really going to change the way you see your life. You will stop worrying about the future, you will start focusing on the present, and that's what life should be all about, the present. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any ideas on how to actually be more patient in life, please share that in the comments down below. I would love to hear that, so that we can all grow together, implement all these things together, and become better human beings together.